All right, so pain in the ... but we can help. All right, this will hopefully give you some new tools and things to help you alleviate some of the pain that happens in the lower back. There are numerous muscles that are all attached and involved in that lower back. Oops. Can I go to the next one? Hold on 1 second. Here we go. All right.
Okay, so the common condition that caused by muscular tightness of the lower back is dull lower back pain, range of motions, herniating disc, sharp pain, numbness in legs, tingling in legs too, sciatica, and pain in the butt.
So some of the muscles that are involved with these conditions are the quadratus lumborum, the erector spinae, the gluteus maximus, medius, and minimus, the deep 6 lateral rotators of the hip, the iliotibial band, and the paraspinals.
Okay, somebody can hear, I don't know. Can you hear me now well, Shirley?
Speak again. You're coming in very low for some reason. I'm at my maximum volume.
Thank you for telling us.
Can you hear me now?
That's better.
It's better.
Okay, I think it's my computer.
Yeah, when you're closer, it is better.
Okay, so the quadratus lumborum is in the deepest abdominal muscle. It's found in your lower back between the top of your pelvis and the lowest rib. The QL support good posture and help stabilize your spine when you bend to the side or extend your lower back. This muscle also can be very painful if you have like too much, if you overuse the muscle. If you have a stress or a strain, also the muscle can be weak or tight. The problem of the tightness, it could be because sometimes you try to overcompensate your spine with your pelvis. So that's why people sometimes have like too much pain in that area. For this muscle, if you have like pain, it's better to lay flat on your back and try to use a pillow underneath your knees or your spine, so that can make your back neutral.
Yes, I want to add to this also. This muscle is very interesting because it's attaching to, as you can see, it's attaching to the lower back, all of these little vertebrae here on the side, and then it also attaches to the hip. So it's pulling a lot of parts of the body together. And a lot of times these muscles in the lower back will take over if your abdominal muscles are not strong. So the stronger you have your abdominal muscles and the entire wall of the abdomen, the less pain and stress you're going to have on the lower back. So that's another thing you can look into, is trying to strengthen those abdominal muscles to relieve stress on the back. So
I'm sorry to interrupt, Shari. Will this slide be available to us or no?
Ebony, would we be able to send these slides to the students or to the staff? Or Yanya, would you know about that? Well, I'll find out for you before we leave, okay?
Thank you so much.
Yes. Okay, so the erector spinae muscles, I mentioned this on our last meeting. They are a large disorganized group of muscles that run essentially vertically on either side of the spine, roughly 1 hand's width from the spinous process. Your spinous processes are the ones just sticking out on the sides of your spine. And they, from the spinous processes as a group, these muscles extend and stabilize the entire vertebral column and craniocervical region. So these muscles here, they run from the very base of your sacrum all the way down here, and then they run all the way up the sides of the neck. So, and they're attached to the spinous process. So when these muscles are tight, you're going to have pain It can be up in the shoulders, in the neck, in the middle back, lower back, anywhere along your entire spine. If these muscles have knotting or tightness, you're going to feel them. And we're going to give you stretches at the end of all this that will help. You really need to stretch. It's super important to stretch and move throughout your day. It helps alleviate a lot of the pain.
Okay, I think this muscle is very important, right? The gluteus, we have, is divided in 3 different areas. We have the gluteus maximum, is the largest and the most superficial of the 3 gluteal muscles. Then we have the minimus, is the smaller of the 3 gluteal muscles, and it is situated immediately beneath the gluteus medius. The bulk of the gluteus muscle must contribute only partial to shape of the butt hut. So that means this area is very, these muscles are very tight sometimes, and that's why we feel the sciatic nerve. When the sciatic nerve is inflamed, you can feel it everywhere. Also, you can feel it in your legs at the same time. So it's good to, if you had pain in that area, it's like if you had pain the first 72 hours, you can apply ice. After the 72 hours, you can apply heat. It depends the pain that you have. It depends if you have like a chronic pain. It's different for everyone. The good thing with these muscles is if you rest and you do stretches, that's the best thing that you can do to make the muscle better and good.
Yes, and I'll just add with the gluteal muscles, if you work out, like I know for Ebony, she works out a lot. When these muscles get super, super tight, that can be part of the cause of sciatica. It's just the tight muscle groups. So stretching, self-massage with a ball, like I'm going to talk about that in a little bit, that can help relieve some of the tightness in these gluteal muscles. Because you're going to feel when these muscles are tight, you feel it in your lower back, sacrum, and you feel it down in the legs as well. So we're going to help you a little bit with stretching and self-massage in just a few minutes for those muscles. Now, I love these muscles. I was a ballerina for many, many years, and we turn out our legs. So that's when I had horrible sciatica, and the deep 6 lateral rotators of the hip are the culprit for sciatica, okay? And if you have a herniation in L4 or L5, that can cause really bad sciatica, and that is not from muscle tightness. But very often, sciatica is caused from the tight muscles in the gluteals and in these deep 6 lateral rotators. The main one, what these muscles do is when they're tight, they turn the legs out to the side. That's why ballet dancers constantly are engaging those muscles. And between 2 of these little muscles, the piriformis is the main culprit, but in between 2 of these little muscles runs the sciatic nerve. The sciatic nerve is a very thick nerve that runs down the legs. So when these muscles are tight, it squeezes and presses on the sciatic nerve. Then the nerve gets inflamed, and then the muscles get inflamed, and then it's just a constant cycle until you can break that cycle. It can be pretty painful and irritating. So we're going to show you the stretches for the gluteals, and the deep 6 lateral rotators are all the same stretches. So we'll be giving you those in just a second.
Okay, the iliotibial band. This is famous one, especially for runners, right? The iliotibial band is a strong, thick band of tissue that runs down of the outside of the thigh. It extends all the way from the hip bones to the top of your shin bone. When you bend and extend your leg, this band moves over the outer lower edge of your thigh bone. So to keep this band stronger, we need to be very flexible, do like a lot of stretching, and that way we keep the muscle straight and good and without pain. Massages are good also, right?
Yes.
Sure.
And then I'm just going to briefly talk about the paraspinal muscles. They are action muscles of the back. when they work, as you can see, they have specific attachments to certain ribs and all the way down into the lower back. When you work, the result is the obvious movement of your spine. They course down your back and spine and help to move your spine into extension, rotation, and side bending. So they have to do with extension, rotation, they have to do with bending to the side. So all those little muscles are causing all of these actions. So if they get tight or there's a strain on them, let's say you've been working out and you get a slight strain anywhere along these paraspinals, it can cause reflected pain anywhere into the back and lower back. So that's why I included those. So do you have anything to add, Carla, to any of these muscle groups?
No.
No. So now we get to the good stuff. So these are the things that can really help. Now I can't demonstrate a lot of these stretches because I'm sitting at a table at a desk, but they're pretty self-explanatory. First of all, if you have an acute, like it's just happened, you've had a strain or sprain of the back, it can knock you out and down to the floor immediately where you can't even sit up or walk. And I've had that happen several times in my lifetime. If that happens, you need to get down on the floor very carefully or on a mat or even on your bed, wherever you can go. You're going to draw your knees up carefully to your chest and hold them and pull those knees to you. As you flatten that back down, you're going to focus on relaxing that spine and all the muscles surrounding the spine and just holding and breathing and breathing and breathing. If you can tolerate it, you can twist and take your opposite knee, like this person's doing right here. You can take the opposite knee. You want to keep this hand and shoulder on the floor or on your bed. Then you pull this knee across. Sometimes if you have a really bad sprain or strain, you won't be able to do this. So then you just want to go back and just sit with your knees up. Like Carla was saying, you can have a pillow under your knees and just lay there and breathe and let your back relax. That's one of the best things you can do for that situation. This is a great stretch also. You can take one leg up and just pull that leg, keep the leg as straight as you can and pull it as high as you can, trying to keep your hips on the floor. That's actually getting your hamstrings, okay, these muscles here, and it's going to also stretch your gluteal muscles, and you're going to feel it affecting your lower back as well. Now, this one is a great one for sciatica. I have used this stretch many, many times for myself. So what you do is you cross one leg over the top of the other one. You're going to grab with, but you can't see her other arm, but you're going to grab with both hands. You're going to grab that leg that is on the bottom. Your other leg is on top, and you're going to pull that leg towards you. And at the same time, you're going to try to press that knee that's bent, that's crossed over. You're going to try to push that out as you're pulling your legs towards you. If we ever get back in the office and anybody should need help with these, I can always help you on the massage table. This is a wonderful stretch for sciatica. I also recommend for sciatica pain or lower back pain, light walking, not jogging, but walking where you warm up all the muscles. It will kind of help with pain because it gets the blood flowing and you have more fluid around the joints will be activated. The synovial fluid around the joints, and it helps with pain as well. All of these stretches can be done as often as you need, and always include in your stretches a breathing cycle. So as you go into the stretch, you start your stretch, you breathe in. As you go into your stretch, like for instance, pulling that leg up, you're going to blow out as you go into a stretch. That helps the muscles release and not hold. That way you won't damage anything or overstretch. So you're going to breathe, 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 breathe. That helps tremendously. So those are a few of the stretches for the lower back. You can also stand and just go over and try to touch your toes. with your knees straight. You can also sit on a bed or floor or yoga mat and try to reach out and grab and touch your feet with straight legs as far as you can. You want to take your head down with it because you will feel that extra stretch. If you keep your head up, you're not going to get the same amount of stretch. So you're going to, because that gets the paraspinals that I mentioned and the erector spinae muscles, all right, as well as all the lower back muscles. You want to include the entire back when you're stretching. The other things that you can do for as far as self-massage, if your gluteal muscles are really, really tight, you can even do this in a chair. Okay, you may look a little funny, but if it brings relief, anything can help, and who cares how you look. So you take the ball, you just place it in the softer part of the tush, right? Between your sacrum, the sacrum is your lower part of the spine. You don't want to put it on the bone. You're going to put it in the soft tissue, and you sit on it, or you lay down on it and press your body on your tush onto the ball. And that will really, really help. And you breathe through that. You can use a tennis ball, a baseball, a racquetball. When I had bad sciatica, I was sitting on a ball constantly, and I was doing that middle stretch a lot. And the yoga thing where you cross one leg over the top and lean forward at the waist. That one's also good for the lower back. I've also mentioned before, this is great. Hold on, let me stop sharing the slide. This is a great thing to have. You can order them, I'm sure, on Amazon. It's a foam, F-O-A-M, roller. It's a fairly hard foam, and when you use it, this is really terrific for the upper back. I love it for the upper back. But you lay your body, let's say this, can you see? Hold on a second. Make sure you can see. You're gonna put your shoulder, you're laying on your back. You have one shoulder here, one shoulder here. Your head is here. You're gonna breathe in, let your body come across, and you're gonna open the chest up, and you just keep rolling across it until you get to the lower back, and you can just open the back up, lean back, and let the hip bones are gonna sit right here on this, and you can roll back and forth, and you can catch the gluteal muscles there as well. Okay, this is really a great tool. Wonderful, wonderful tool. And as I mentioned last week, I purchased this, which is called, the company was called Back, B-A-C-K Joy, J-O-Y. And I use this constantly for my shoulders, but you can also put it into the lower back as well. You can hook it around and pull, and even into the gluteal muscles as well. This is a great product. I've really enjoyed it. I mean, I don't work for the company. It's just I found it and it works for me. So those are some of the things that can help you with the lower back. One of the things I always say to everyone, listen, as we start to age, things are going to get more and more stiff. It is really important that you constantly move. It doesn't have to be full-blown classes, you know, like where you're doing major cardio or anything. Just walking in place, stretching, breathing, getting your arms over your head, opening the chest. Go, like for people who are my age, which I don't know that anyone on here is my age, but as we get older, just going down to the floor and getting back up, down to the floor, getting back up. You need to hold on to those things because trust me, they start to go away and you can't believe they're starting to go away. So just keep moving throughout your day. Keep moving. I can't stress that enough. And breathe. Use your breath. And Carla, do you have anything to add to all of the things I'm talking about, which is a lot?
No, I think it's a good idea. We have to do exercise like every day and try to stretch every single day. So
yes.
That will help with the muscles pain and tightness and everything.
And just Cheryl Ann, Ebony said that we can send you, we will make that available to you, the slides. She will let me know how to do that today. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yes. And would you like the ones from any of our other weeks?
Yes, thank you. That would be helpful.
Okay. And just to make sure, Maria, did everyone send, do you have everybody's Panther ID, Carla?
Yes.
Yep.
No, I have one from Gladys.
Gladys, can you send your Panther ID in a private chat to Carla, please? And just to give you some information, next week on Wednesday at 11, we're doing a sound therapy session, a group session. It's really great to help get into a little bit of a deeper meditative state. The vibrations help to unblock chakras and bring energy to your body, and it helps relax you and calm, and it's soothing. So come and join us for that. And we also have our 2-on-1 sound therapy sessions. Those are for students only, but you just call the office and you can make an appointment to work with Carla and I for that, just privately. I would like to receive. Oh, okay, all right. So Gladys would like to receive the presentation as well. Does anybody have any questions? Anybody have any issues that are going on that maybe we can help you with your lower back or any part of the body? You can either just come on in and ask us, or you can send it in a chat. I don't see anything. Okay, so we want to thank you all for coming, and we hope you have a wonderful day. Carla, do you want to say goodbye or say anything?
Thank you so much for everyone, and I hope this can help you a little bit.
Yes. Have a beautiful day, everybody. Bye.
Bye. Take care.
Thank you. See you next week, hopefully. Bye. Bye, everyone. Thank you. Good. Okay. I want to make sure that let me write down Gladys's email. Just don't want to lose it accidentally.
I have the email.
You have Cheryl.
I have from Aisha, and I have the email
From Cheryl Ann.
Gladys, but I don't have the email from Charlene.
I thought she wanted the information. Well, we'll try to figure out how to send that to her. So you have those emails. Okay. You can just send those to me. Okay. All right. So I'm going to end it. Is that good, everyone? Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.